You clicked on this video because just like me, you're excited as all hell that Carlos Rodon is now a New York Yankee. Or maybe you're watching this video in April since your favorite team is coming into the Bronx and facing Rodon tomorrow. Whatever the case may be, you're here because you want to get to know this guy a little better. So let's get started. Carlos Antonio Rodon is a 30-year-old left-handed pitcher born in Miami, Florida. He and his family moved to North Carolina early in his childhood where he would attend... You know what? Scratch that. If you want to know more about his early life, go read his Wikipedia page yourself. Let's just fast forward to 2022, Carlos Rodon, the New York Yankee. Who does that feel good to say? The lefty flamethrower came into the league at the age of 22 in 2015 with the Chicago White Sox, where he found pretty decent success in his rookie campaign. He started in 23 games, going 9-7 with a respectable 3.75 ERA for an above-average 1.04 ERA+. He would go on to put up very similar stats for the next few seasons, with the exception of dealing with injuries during the 2017 season, making 20-ish or so starts a year with a high 3s to a low 4s ERA. He had definitely established himself as a very solid arm in that White Sox rotation. However, that pitcher from 2015 to 2018 is a very different pitcher from the guy that just guaranteed himself $162 million. During his first 2 years in the majors, Rodon relied heavily on his sinker, throwing this pitch over 30% of the time, more than any of his other pitches in his repertoire. However, the results were disastrous. Against his sinker, batters hit .394 with a .600 slugging percentage in his rookie season. In his sophomore year, his sinker slightly improved, holding opponents to a .310 batting average and a .462 slugging percentage. Knowing the kind of fastball he has today, you may be thinking, why was he throwing the sinker at all? Well, while he eventually moved on from the sinker and relied more and more on his fastball, the fastball during this part of his career wasn't all that great either. His fastball during his first 4 years in the league averaged right around 94 miles per hour, not the electric heater we see today. In 2016, he allowed a .366 average on his fastball while struggling to find control with it as well. He ranked near the bottom of the league in walk rates. Now, before I get into this next part, I need to explain what run value is. For those unfamiliar, run value is a stat that calculates the run impact of an event based on runners on base, outs, balls, and strike counts. So basically, as a pitcher, negative run value on a pitch is good, positive run value is bad. For example, Dylan Cease led the league with a negative 36 run value on his slider this past season, meaning his slider was the single best pitch in baseball. Run value can also be used for hitters as well to see how well a batter hits a certain pitch, but that'll be for another video. Back to Rodon. On May 2nd of 2019, Rodon was placed on the IL with left elbow inflammation, which would keep him out for the remainder of the season. He got back to full health for the start of the 2020 COVID-shortened season. However, he would get injured once again, this time with left shoulder soreness, taking him out again for most of the season. That takes us to 2021, when Rodon made his return to the mound a changed man. This man was on a mission, pitching his first full season in 4 years, and boy was it a breakout season for him. In 24 games and starts, he went 13-5 to a tune of a 2.37 ERA, 85% above league average, making his first All-Star game en route to a top 5 AL Cy Young finish. He followed that up with another spectacular season once again in 2022, this time as the ace of the San Francisco Giants. He went 14-8 with a 2.88 ERA in 31 starts, making another All-Star game while garnering serious Cy Young consideration throughout the entire year. He pitched even better than that 2.88 ERA shows, leading the league in fielding independent pitching with a 2.25 FIP. Yeah, that Giants infield defense sucked. So what changed? After coming back from the injuries that derailed his 2019 and 2020 seasons, he returned to the mound with a new and improved fastball. The average velocity on this pitch jumped from 93 miles per hour pre-injuries to 96 post-injuries, and on top of it, he found precise control as well. He nearly cut his walks per nine in half, going from 4.6 in his rookie year to 2.4 walks per nine in 2022. The run value stuff I was talking about earlier? Yeah, this'll shock you. Pre-2021, Rodon's fastball produced a positive run value year in and year out. The past 2 years, his fastball run value of negative 26 in 2021 rated out as the best pitch in all of baseball. Not just the best fastball, the best pitch. In 2022, his fastball was elite once again, creating a negative 22 run value, ranking as the 7th best pitch in baseball and 3rd best fastball, only behind Justin Verlander and our own Nestor Cortes. With his new otherworldly fastball, his secondary pitch also saw a massive increase in effectiveness, producing an additional negative 5 to 10 run value on his slider from pre-2021. Now with 2 elite top-of-the-league pitches in his back pocket, he has become mostly a 2-pitch pitcher, scratching the sinker, changeup, and curve he used to feature often in his first few seasons. You can see the stark difference in his pitch usage comparing his 2018 season to 2022 with this graphic courtesy of the Yes Network. So yeah, this guy's a damn good pitcher, a guy who's been a top 5 pitcher in the sport over the last 2 years. Steamer projections have him accumulating 4.5 WAR, good for 3rd best in MLB next year. The pairing of Rodon and Cole atop the Yankees rotation, arguably 2 of the 3 best starters in the American League, should give us Yankee fans one hell of a show for years to come. Not to mention the rest of the rotation members, former All-Stars Nestor, Cortes, and Luis Severino, rounded out by Frankie, Montas, who give the 2023 Yankees one of the best starting rotations we've seen in a long time. That'll do it for this deep dive on the newest member of the Yankees, Carlos Rodon, and now let the anticipation and wait for spring training begin.